Hey everyone, welcome to Daily Pakistan Funny News Free. I've got two very odd headlines today. One about a city trying to build the world's longest rickshaw, and another about a midnight kite festival that only plays polka music. Stick with me. I'm going to mash them together into one ridiculous 5-minute story, and you'll get 3 quick laughs and 3 tiny lessons. Ready? Let's go.
Quick rules before we start. No mean jokes, no grown-up fighting, and all words are simple so kids and grown-ups can giggle together. I'll tell a silly mashup and stop 3 times for a short lesson you can use at dinner. Each stop will be 1 question, 1 fairness idea, and 1 tip about checking facts. Simple, right? Great. Onward.
Okay, here are our 2 headlines in kid language. Headline A, the town wants the longest rickshaw so it can be famous. Headline B, the city plans a midnight kite festival that only plays polka music. Now imagine a very serious rickshaw driver who loves kites and also thinks polka makes rickshaws go faster. That's our silly connection. Picture a rickshaw so long it needs traffic lights just for the back seat, and every kite in the sky wearing a little bow tie. Ready for the first bag? Beat 1. Imagine the driver painted his rickshaw in rainbow stripes so it would count as very special. He tapes a tiny flag on the roof that says, "Officially long," and a flock of pigeons mistakes it for a runway. One pigeon lands, looks around and says, "Is this the bus that takes birds to the airport?" The pigeon gets very confused. The tiny lesson, before you tell someone something big, ask one simple question, like, "Wait, how long exactly is it?" That question helps everyone understand the story better, instead of guessing wildly.
Beat 2. Now mix in the kite festival. The town decides to celebrate by attaching kites to the rickshaw, so the back of the rickshaw is full of dancing kites playing polka. People show up with picnic baskets and also tiny umbrellas for the kites. A kid points and says, "Why do the kites wear bow ties?" And an older kid replies, "Because someone wanted the kites to look fair and fancy." But then a puppy barks and everyone thinks the puppy is cheering the kites, when really he just saw a balloon. The second tiny lesson, remember fairness. Try to imagine how everyone sees the same thing differently. One person hears polka and thinks dance. Another hears noise and thinks confusion. Being fair means saying, "I might be wrong. What do you see?" Beat 3, the biggest twist. A rumor starts that the kites only fly because the rickshaw driver secretly owns a giant fan. The rumor travels faster than a kite in a storm. Soon everyone says, of course he has a fan. But then a small child finds the truth. The kites were actually floating because the mayor accidentally ordered helium instead of string. The child shouts, "It's helium, not a fan!" And everyone bursts out laughing. Tiny lesson free. Check a quick fact before telling a rumor. Ask, where did that idea come from? Even a 1-sentence check can turn a wild story into the right story. Recap time. Super quick. Lesson 1 was ask 1 question, like how long or when. Lesson 2 was be fair and imagine other people's views. Ask, what do you see? Lesson 3 was check a fact fast. Ask, where did that come from? Those 3 tiny moves, 1 question, fairness, quick check, help everyone turn confusing news into something you can talk about calmly at the dinner table. One last quick gag before we go. The long rickshaw enters the kite festival parade. The kites start polkaing and the pigeons form a conga line around the tail. A tourist takes a photo and says, "I thought I'd seen everything." And the camera replies, "Not until you meet the polka kite with a passport." Thanks for listening, friends. If you liked this little mashup, come back tomorrow for another 5-minute laugh. Keep asking those questions, be fair to each other, and check 1 quick fact before you spread a story. See you tomorrow.